cannot explain it. Her constellations and how our love ain't engineered to last. She claims intervention, cosmic tension pulled our strings apart. I know I won't get no favors from the stars. Sweeter than sound, wrapped in a cold embrace. She believed in the stars being a lonely place. All over my skin, I'm bathing in sin when you lie with me. So go on, tell them why it must be nice. The air hissing rudely induces in me a fleeting fury as the meaning rattles in my head. She blamed it on Saturn, set the pattern on my palms. The reason she made her decision spelled the end. And I don't do telekinesis, won't you just tell me what's been up, love? I know you ain't letting me in. Give up on the stars, I gave you something more to believe in. Sweeter than sound, wrapped in a cold embrace. She believed in
pupils are
And the windows are... Well...
So, did you find anything?
Paimon can show you. Here, it'd be something like this.
But entering through the room next door without alerting Sylvain...
No, his reaction to the loss of his brother seemed genuine, and he doesn't have a motive.
Then what could have happened last night? I know Sylvain is still in shock, but he's our only available witness.
I agree. Also, I've made some new discoveries, so we might as well head next door and go through everything together.
Mr. Sylvain, I need you to tell me everything you and your brother did since yesterday afternoon. Did you see or hear anything strange?
After Kyria attacked Edgar, my brother and I were incredible. We returned to our rooms and decided to lock all the doors. The only door we kept unlocked was the one connecting our rooms. But I didn't hear any sort of commotion last night. Not a single noise. I woke up this morning, opened the door, and... Lucy...
So, no movement from the room next door. No signs of a struggle at the scene, and no external injury on Lucien's body. What?
I did notice a few things about the body. Lucien's pupils were dilated, and his skin was flushed. There weren't any traces of liquid in his mouth or nose, so it's unlikely he was forced to ingest anything. The more plausible explanation is that he inhaled a substance without knowing it, and I'd say that substance was likely a goose.
A goose? No, that's not possible. Inhaling a goose won't kill you. And anyway, no, that's not what I meant. Emily, you ran your tests, didn't you? Go on. Tell everyone whether you found any poison.
No, I didn't find any common toxins.
See? A goose is harmless. The market response proved that years ago.
That may be true for most people, but not for everyone.
Master!
Edgar? You're up and about already?
Thanks to Emily, I'm out of the woods for now. Sylvain, no matter how hard you may try to hide it, the truth will always come to light.
Edgar!
Even if we could keep it a secret for another 10 or 20 years, do you think Kyria would just let us be? No. He would never give up. Not if... That's Vijava's real name. Yelena wasn't a scholar from Sumeru. She was an exiled Fatus from Snezhnaya.
A Fatus?
The Fatui. Well, that means the elemental energy present in Auguste was...
Ah, so you've already detected it. Well, Sylvain, looks like there's truly no reason to hide things now.
Oh.
The Auguste flower was created with the mutative and distorting power of a delusion.
A delusion?
The Fatui, delusions... I never would have thought Auguste was hiding this many secrets.
Born of a delusion, Auguste contained distorted elemental energy. A prolonged exposure over many years could have a harmful effect on the body.
That's enough, Edgar. I'll take it from here. At first, Yelena wanted to keep refining the perfume and the flower, but no one knew how long the perfume mania was going to last back then. It didn't have any effect on ordinary people anyway. Every day we postponed going to market was another day of lost earning potential.
So you decided poisoning people was worth the risk?
Listen, it's not like it was good for business. But all that talk about a goose being harmful over time, Yelena was just speculating. The impact was practically negligible. Unless you were particularly sensitive to elemental energy or had an entire bottle shoved down your throat like Edgar, you could use the product for decades and be completely fine.
It may be true there are no records of Auguste poisoning in Fontaine. But even if no one was acutely poisoned, willfully bringing a product to market despite explicit knowledge of its harmful effects is still a serious crime. That explains why you were so intent on keeping Yelena and Kyria's involvement a secret all this time, despite readily confessing to all your financial crimes. The Fatui, delusions, Auguste. If the Marechaussee Phantom discovered the connection between the three, there would have been enough evidence to send you to the Fortress of Meripede for life.
Ha! If I'd known coming to Sumeru would put a target on my back, I would have been more than happy to stay there. At least that way, Lucien would still be alive. All these years without any sign of Kyria, and he pops up out of nowhere the minute my brother and I get out of prison? It couldn't be any clearer who the kid's after. Auguste was harmless before. The fact that it's killing people all of a sudden must be his doing as well.
So there's bad blood between you.
What about Yelena's death? Was that a cover-up too? A way to destroy evidence?
I'll admit, we thought about it at one point. We took care to disguise the product circulating on the market, and no one was questioning Yelena's fake identity. But if the Marechaussee Phantom decided to look into the flower beds, it would have been the end. Yelena's ties to the Fatui, the role of the delusion, everything would have been exposed. Before we could even put our plan in motion, Yelena beat us to it. She burned all her flower beds and threw herself into the fire as well.
But if her goal was to destroy evidence, there would have been no reason to do that to herself. Yeah, she could have just burned the flower beds and fled with her brother.
I thought about it for a long time, but it wasn't until just now that I finally understood her reasoning. Everything she did, it was for her brother, Kyria. One of the reasons they defected from the Fatui was the deterioration of Yelena's body due to her excessive use of a delusion. She didn't want her brother to follow in her footsteps after her death. After arriving in Fontaine, Yelena continued using the delusion to cultivate the Auguste flower, weakening her body even further. There were times when she couldn't even walk.
So she couldn't flee with her brother because she was afraid of holding him back.
If her true identity was exposed, she and her brother would face pressure from both Snezhnaya and Fontaine. The Auguste flower and Yelena's own corroded body both bore the mark of a delusion. There would have been no way to avoid suspicion. So, in the end, she burnt it all to ash, including herself. With all the evidence erased, Kyria was free to take the Mora and run.
So the wealth you earned from Auguste, it wasn't destroyed in the fire. Yelena gave it to her brother?
Most likely. Before Yelena died, she said if anything happened to her, she was going to leave everything to her brother. We just didn't realize she meant our cut as well. That's why Lucien and I were searching for Kyria, to take back our Mora and the Auguste flower. We just didn't realize Kyria was baiting us the whole time. It was all a trap.
But why is Kiria out for revenge anyway? Doesn't he know about Yelena's decision to sacrifice herself?
I don't think he knew his sister was nearing death. Yelena always wore heavy makeup around him to conceal her deteriorating appearance.
Then all we'll need to do is tell Kiria what really happened, and then he'll give up on his revenge. I'm not so sure. Even if he knew the truth, he'd still find someone to blame. He might think Yelena was forced into using a delusion to cultivate a ghost, or something like that. It's hard to pull yourself out of that kind of hatred, especially when you've been living in that headspace for so many years.
Very true. Even if Yelena's death was her own choice, I wouldn't call myself innocent either.
Edgar, what are you talking about?
Think about it, Sylvain. If we hadn't been in such a hurry to capitalize on the perfume mania all those years ago, do you think Yelena would have elected to take those risks? If we hadn't been so blinded by greed, so insistent on increasing the scale of the flower cultivation, do you think Yelena's health would have deteriorated as fast as it did? If we hadn't invited the Marechaussee Phantom to our doorstep by breaking the law at every turn, Yelena could have survived.
She knew her limits. She knew her days were numbered. Maybe it was for her brother, but she was in it for the Mora just as much as us. We were just trying to earn a bit of Mora. And what, we deserve to die for that? Target me for being the mastermind, sure. But what about Lucien? He was just following my orders. Lucien's crime, was it really so extreme that he had to pay for it with his life?
The only person that can answer that question is a judge.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway. Drag me back to Fontaine to stand trial.
3 people from Fontaine, 1 from Snezhnaya. Well, we can only wait until the Academia sends someone to deal with it. With the exhibition, we don't even have space in Port Ormos to detain anyone. Such a headache.
The hotel could suffice. You could station a few officers to keep an eye on Sylvain and myself. Although with Sylvain's mental state and my physical one, I don't think you need to worry about a jailbreak.
Mr. Edgar, are you saying...
If Sylvain is to stand trial, then I deserve the same fate. A crime is a crime, accomplice or not. I'd just like to take care of a few things before I go. Say goodbye to my plants and all that. As for Sylvain, I'm sure... Would you be willing to grant that request, Sheriff?
Well, all right. I'll talk to the Academia. The man we grew to know in Sumeru proved himself to be a good person.
You have my thanks, Sheriff.
Happened tonight?
Yeah, all we know is that he uses a goose to poison people, but we still have no idea how to catch him in the act. If he targets Sylvain or Edgar again, we might not be able to stop him.
That may be true, but what if we can take advantage of his desperation? If we take advantage of this situation...
Master, no!
So, that's your plan. If Kiria learns we're being taken away tomorrow, in other words...
Capture?
Afraid? I'm spending the...
I'll admit, it could work. Then I'll station some of my men around the...
I still have some reservations.
I'll also...
Although, if Kiria...
You mean if he doesn't...
If that were to happen.
That's why everyone else needs to keep to the shadows.
You're still recovering. You need to rest.
All right.
Have you heard? Mr. Edgar's been detained. He's being taken away tomorrow.
What? He's the one who helped craft all the fragrances for our shop.
He taught my child how to make perfume.
He hasn't been convicted.
Oh, everyone... Let's head back to the hotel and take a break. Emily, Sheriff Xian wants to talk to you and the travel...
Thank you, Kale. But first, here. I prepared a kind of herbal tea that helps calm the spirit.
Oh,
Oh, you seem very...
Hey, Emily, Kale. Oh, are we... No, not at all. This will be easier to talk. I've just been thinking. If Kiria has the capacity to commit murder while remaining completely undetected, why didn't he target Sylvain along with Lucien last night? There was just a single when I accompanied... Maybe Kiria did that on purpose. Maybe he wanted Sylvain to... So did he attack at...
Based on what we've heard about...
Losing his sister all those... Whenever I get to thinking like that, I'm sorry.
There's nothing in all my... Some of them surround your... So while you do Sylvain, answering those I've witnessed, but generally...
Once you're consumed...
You're right, but I understand...
Oh.
Emily, Traveler. Huh? Edgar.
Oh, it's you two! Didn't you head back to your room to rest, Edgar? Is it really
Besides, I don't have much time left in Sumeru.
We could do that for you, Master.
No need. I would imagine Sheriff
the night...
That's right. I've stick. Exactly. After some discussion, and Emily's expertise is sure to come in handy.
Sounds perfect.
Not a peep. Has Kiria given up on his revenge? Guess we'll have to keep at it. Still nothing unusual. Paimon took a peek into the room next door and Sylvain's already sleeping.
Perhaps Kiria's true motive was simply forcing Sylvain to confess his crimes. No, that can't be right. If all he wanted was for Sylvain to be convicted for his true crimes, he could have tipped off the Marechaussee Phantom years ago. There must be something we're missing.
Maybe we just need to calm down a little. You're right. Maybe we can look for a different distraction then. Oh, there's a glaze lily here. Paimon didn't notice it earlier.
Flowers, glaze lilies, incense. Oh no! Sylvain's room! Quick!
Wait, what?
Hey, did you hear?
It was the older.
Yeah, I think his name was Sylvain.
First it was Mr. Edgar, then that merchant named Lucien, and now this.
Listen up, everyone. This is an active crime scene. Please.
It's been 3 days and they haven't even caught a glimpse of the guy.
Do you think it could be the work of an evil spirit? I mean, how do you get away with something like that with so many people watching?
Keep it moving, everyone. No loitering.
I suppose I'm next.
You don't know that. Kiria already attacked you once, and you survived. Perhaps he doesn't consider your crime to be worth—
You were the only reason I managed to survive, Emily. I never did thank you for that, did I?
Even if I wasn't there, Tainari was also in the vicinity. He would have been able to help.
Is that so? I suppose I'm a very fortunate person then. I have exceptional students, caring friends, and the respect of my peers. If it is indeed my time to go, then I'll die without regrets. But Kiria has nothing. Yelena is gone. Now his enemies are too. It really makes you wonder if there's even a reason to keep on living.
If you really want an answer, I suppose you'll have to ask Kiria himself, once we finally catch—
Well, Emily, but so many flowers were transported here for the show. Some of them thousands of miles away from their homeland. I can't let them wither away with no one to care. Whether Kiria gets to me first, or I'm sent back to Font. You were the only reason I managed to survive, Emily. I know it's a lot to ask.
Of course, Master.
Really? Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Now I truly have nothing to worry about.
Sheriff Sham still has some questions for me, so I've gotta go.
Go ahead. Best not to keep him waiting. He can be quite impatient.
I'm sorry, Master.
Emily still isn't back. Yeah, that's...
Traveler, I had my men start spreading the information you requested. After listening to be honest, I'm still...
The key clue was right in front of us, Let's go. We'll show you where the... Another all-nighter. Emily still isn't back. Yeah,
Traveler, I had my men start spreading the information you requested. After listening to Emily's plan, I started getting the materials together and arranging personnel. To be honest, I'm still not...
the key clue was right in front of us the entire time. Let's go. We'll show you where the culprit hid a goose. This is it!
The glazed lily, huh? I think I've heard of it before. It's a flower from Liyue, right?
Well, did you know it only blooms at night?
Emily, you're back!
Exactly.
A flower that only...
Exactly. That's why Kyria chose...
If applied to the outside, that doesn't sound right. If poured into the flower pot, the liquid would... That doesn't sound right. There's a sticky substance on the edge of the flower petal. If you stick the... That doesn't... If you stick the...
That's right. That way the... However...
And Kyria could exit...
By the next morning, the sample...
Wait a second. And how did Edgar even...
That's because a goose is just as dangerous.
Ah, you mean people who are sensitive? That can't be right.
I wouldn't use the... You can think of it this...
The incense... That...
Alchemically produced essential oil.
That stuff gave us a lot of trouble when we first... Oh, yes.
In Sumeru, it's...
Flowers are pretty...
Actually, it's not a...
No wonder he probably... But in the end...
There's a saying, but up until this, but because he's been disguised as...
Creating it all... Kyria... The Morris it all... That doesn't sound...
But Kiryu was only in his teens back then. Edgar's lived...
Bad news, Sheriff! Mr. Edgar was attacked!
What?
A dark shadow-like figure just ran up, but before we could even reach, do you think Kyria...
I need you to think...
It would seem Master decided to tap it.
What? But that's so...
But why?
No. If his aim was to target...
If he lives so...
Then...
The shadow-like figure ran in the direction of the elevator, and my partner immediately chased after them.
We should hurry before they're
Where in the world did he go? We'll pass the merchants nearby.
Ghost!
It's all right. Please, calm down and take a deep breath.
I saw a black How could...
No! Don't come any closer!
It's all right. I can detect a... It's this way. Please, follow me. The scent is getting stronger. This must be the place.
Here comes the catch. Laid bare. Ah, something with which to commemorate this occasion. Oh! O's! Are you all right? Were you attacked?
No, I'm all right.
Let me take a look.
The air definitely feels heavy. It smells nice, but for some reason, this feeling,
Everything looks all right. It was probably just the stress of the chase.
I can't rest. Mr. Edgar is still in there. He's a good man.
Oz, you need to calm down and listen to me. Edgar...
But how is that possible? Mr. Edgar is 70-something. Changing your...
That's precisely why he had to resort to extraordinary Curia used a delusion to bring back the Auguste flower, corroding...
No. He couldn't have. Mr. Edgar has been important...
And what if the impersonation started before he ever set foot in Sumeru? I've yet to confirm it, but I suspect Curia killed the real Edgar in Fontaine not long while Edgar was incarcerated. Curia started making preparations to replace him, including the new Edgar then decided to relocate to Sumeru, seemingly out of an innocuous desire to let go of the past. He and Sumeru fit the bill to a T, with no one around to question his identity. All he had to do was grow a beard. As the years went by, he removed his disguise little by little and continued to refine his skills.
that explains why Sylvain said he barely recognized Edgar back at the hotel. He aged himself.
I need to find Mr. Edgar. He's not that...
What you really need is to get out of here and...
No,
Wait! This environment is likely being influenced by the delusion. Any discomfort, no matter how slight, I know how to relieve. I'm sure Kyria...
Kale's right. The Traveler and I will take things from here. This leads me to believe those blessed with a vision... Actually, now that I hate to trouble you, but we need people to survey the perimeter.
Thanks. Hear that?
Traveler, and for someone whose only purpose in life is revenge...
Don't worry. This isn't the end. We're not going to... Monsters. Perhaps they were attracted here by the increased level of elemental energy.
Commendable.
never seen these seeds before. They must also have been created with the power of a delusion. It seems to be avoiding us, and there's no other way forward. Perhaps we could try luring it to the edge of the cliff.
Whoa, look at all the Agus. There are so many of them.
I fear that statement is truer than you know, Paimon.
But he only needed.
Perhaps hatred wasn't not long ago. He told me he didn't want all the... But Kyria betrayed Snezhnaya, abandoned Fontaine, and lived his entire life for someone with nowhere to call home.
Witness my rise.
As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind.
I'm going in!
Gotcha. Take it easy. Take it easy.
A plant that destroys seeds. Huh, quite the ecological marvel. Let's head back to the place where the seeds first appeared. The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end. The scent of flowers is getting stronger.
Did they catch up that? No. My strength is just waning. But it doesn't matter.
This is a garden of Auguste flowers. But it's not mine. It's the one that was set on fire all those... Yelena? Yelena! You tried to hide it from me, but the reason why you continued to use the delusion, the reason why you set your garden on... I shouldn't have listened to you that day. I shouldn't have taken the Mora and ran. But by the time I realized something wasn't right, there was nothing left. I know I'm almost 20 years too late. I should have died with you that day. Yelena? Yelena! No! Don't leave me! Yelena!
I'm alive. No.
That was an illusion.
No. The amount of Auguste I drank, a fake.
We started making the prep to create a perfect... The accord is the basis of perfume making,
the product in its most primitive form. Ambergris mixed with cedar wood, rounded out with a base note of agar wood.
This is the scent of leather?
Exactly. We're unable to extract essential oils from leather, but by combining other raw materials, we can recreate its essence. That is the purpose of an accord.
Does that mean you can recreate any scent in the whole world?
I'm afraid not. Certain fragrances in this world are simply one of a kind. That quality is what draws people in and fuels their obsessions.
If I wear a goose to the ball, I'll also be one of a kind.
Our competitor already got their hands on it. We'll be one of a
It
kind.
doesn't matter how much it costs. I have to buy something better.
This fragrance will be one of a kind, no more. Myths can be deconstructed. Miracles can be recreated. All it takes is skill, experience, limitless exploration, and a little patience. The only thing left is determining where the real Auguste is hidden. Pretending to be attacked means he's not free to move around. Auguste must be hidden within reach.
Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers.
The curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar, capable of retaining heat and moisture.
Perfumes are as beautiful as flowers, and equally as delicate. When stored, you must take care to control the temperature and keep them away from direct sunlight. Did you get all that, Emily?
I got it.
Did you hear? Someone was attacked again last night.
So, Sylvain is dead. Is that right?
Yes, Master.
So, you switched the bottles of Auguste, and then lied to me about Sylvain's death.
Convincing you that your revenge had been completed was the easiest way to get you to let down your guard.
Impossible. Even if you found a way to switch out the bottles, there's no way you could have made an accord. If Auguste was so easy to replicate, Yelena wouldn't have.
It was a combination of rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilias. Those ingredients would have conflicted with each other if you tried to combine them in the past, but recently, We found a way for them to work together.
Rainbow?
Auguste was perfumery techniques are advanced. The mythos surrounding Auguste may have been untouchable almost.
The past.
You've been working as a perfumer for all these years. You should have always known that it is pop, but the meaning you assigned, you believed in its divinity and grandeur. Your obsession with Auguste is also what allowed us to predict how you intended your plan to end.
We just didn't expect it to happen so fast.
Well, so, Sylvain is... Since you've been preparing your chords since last night, I assume you've also figured out my method, then. That means the news of Sylvain's death. The crowd gathered outside the hotel this morning.
Yes.
Who knows?
I know if you had things... Sylvain, all the crimes he concealed back then will be
Is that so?
Whoa, he accepted that kind of fast.
I don't feel the need to I did.
Careful, everyone.
Stick close.
Looks like
Of course, Master.
the combination...
The scent of Auguste is complex and varied. So, as I was
You're saying, Yelena.
rainbow roses, but if you...
Rainbow Rose Yelena.
Things are about to get dicey. Take it easy.
Did you know? Right.
Seems like everyone in Fontaine is talking about the new perfume.
I was hoping to... I just hope it won't become this... I did. Also,
Of course!
besides, when it comes to...
Right! Do those flowers... A language of flowers?
What each flower is... After returning to Fontaine, I did some research. Perhaps that's the legacy.
You think Kiri...
I paid him a Who knows? Yelena is gone. Even if that... Avenging her... Kyria cultivated his revenge. In any case, thank you for saving my life. Love and hate when someone dies. But even if it's only the meaning we... And yet, at the...
Ad Astra. Thank you for. Ad Astra.
Fountain. Hear my wishes.
Good roll.
Try and stop me! Exploration and trial.
Are you running away?
Is this really necessary?
You really are.
My mistake!
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Burn it down! Not bad! Phew.
Freeze! Catch the wind. Cool it! What's the hurry? Cool it! What's the hurry? Cool it! Freeze! Cool it! What's the hurry? Cool it! Dodge this! Cool it!
running away? points for agility. Are you running away?
Really necessary?
Ad Astra Ep. Thank you for
Instead of... confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below. Light it up! Rise with the sun! Pyroclastic surge!
Settle down! Let the mighty be humbled!
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
Silence!
Burn it down!
Bow your head. Silence!
Light it up! Wrath from the sky!
The tides beckon.
Let the mountain's veins boil! Torn to oblivion!
Is this our fate?
Bow your head.
Burn it down!
Let engraved names echo! Shine down!
Silence! Let the mighty be humbled!
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal! Hear the echoes of the valley!
Rise with the sun! Light of the blazing sun!
settle down.
Light it up! Pyroclastic surge!
Be sanctified.
Let the mountains be! Torn to oblivion!
Rise with the sun! Rev the engines! Rev from the skies!
Add as...
I trust you have packed ample foodstuffs?
You're going down!
Bring it on!
Brace yourself!
Enhanced animal module 75!
Fire! Power that ended Haishan! Fire it up! Here's backup!
Cool Bishop down!
Smashed or scorched? Which will it be?
Animal test 6308.
Don't get too close!
That didn't count. Absorption test. Swirl, Mark 2.
Fire it up! Supporting fire! To ashes! Stay close and you will live.
Right hand into the fire! Hey-ya!
Don't get too close! I got you covered!
Power the ended Haishan!
Fuse is lit! A festive reprise!
Sincerity.
Nice and spicy!
Give my discourtesy.
I got carried.
Check this out!
Fire hazard!
Forgive my prior inconsideration.
Gooba, get them! You're toast!
Apologies.
Supporting fire!
To ashes!
Go Bishop down!
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
Ready to ride.
Shine down! Now you shall perish! Transfixed! Witness my rise! Laid bare!
My hammer!
Oz, reveal thyself! Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal module 70.
Torn to oblivion!
Incinerate! Pyroclastic surge! Burn it down! Wrath from the skies!
Pay your dues.
Pyroclastic surge!
decree! Wings of darkness! Come, sever...
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal! Light it up! Full throttle! Light of the blazing sun! Rev the engines! Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Absorption test! Animal hypostasis emulation!
Hear the echoes of the valley! Hunt them down!
How's this?
Evil conquering!
Here! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Boom!
Letting brave wings
Blade!
go! Seize the skies! Loaded.
Let's get down to business. Lament! Here! Worthless! Here! Not a lucky day! Worthless! Here! There's more! Worthless! Boring!
Ready. Where evil lurks, shoot on sight.
Day! See no more!
Let the mountain's veins boil! Bring it! Stray clouds converge!
Useless! Disappear! How's this? More! Boom! Here! Worthless! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Here!
Into the shadows.
There's more!
Time to testify. Adventure time! Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! Hear the echoes of the valley!
Rise with the sun! Everlasting as the moon!
Letting brave names echo!
Burn it down! Pyroclastic surge! Transfixed! Witness my rise!
Everybody stand back!
Rise with the sun! Wrath from the sky!
Bring it! Let the mountain's veins boil!
Light it up!
where it belongs. Overruled. Huh?
Heads up! Yeah! Hut! Time to roll! Headbutt! Running late again. Get back on track. Time to roll. Here I go! Gotta steer clear of other people. Get back on track. Oof! Ugh! Need a surfboard? Hey! Watch the surfboard! Watch the surfboard!
Running away?
Is this real?
this!
What's the hurry? What's the hurry?
Dodge this!
What's the hurry?
Freeze! Cool it! Dodge this!
What's the...
Dodge this!
Steer clear of other people. Yeah! Heads up! Oof! Hurry up, Brassa! Get back on track. Gotta steer clear of other people.
Ad Astra. Thank you for